You know, out of everything that I own, games, toys, books, and collectibles, this right here is probably one of my most treasured items. My Lord of the Rings Extended Edition Blu-ray collection. And honestly, if my house was on fire, this might be one of the first things that I grab on my way out. For me, The Lord of the Rings, especially the Extended Edition, is, it's more than a movie that you just watch casually. It's an experience. It's something that I go back to every year. It could be on a quiet weekend, it could be during a holiday season. And yes, like I said, it's a movie that I go back to every single year. It's just like, I feel like escaping into Middle Earth for a bit. And if you're also a fan and you've watched the theatrical versions, I think you should try to watch the extended version because there's a lot that you guys are missing. Because they add more to the story, the characters, and the world itself. And obviously, it's one of the best ways to enjoy Peter Jackson's masterpiece. So here's a bit about the extended edition and how it actually looks like. You get all three films: The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and of course, The Return of the King. But each movie is split across multiple discs because, these films are very long, and which honestly, I think it's exactly how Lord of the Rings should be watched. It's slow, it's epic, and it's fully immersive. And why I like the extended edition a lot is because it has included a lot of scenes that you don't find it in the theatrical version. You get more time with the characters. Dialogues that were cut from the theatrical versions are actually included in the extended edition. And there are more moments that are included in this version that, it allows you to spend more time in Rivendell, in the Shire, Rohan, Gondor, and Middle-earth itself. And once you've watched the extended versions, I can tell you, or I can attest to it, that the theatrical versions no longer feel the same when you watch them again. And you also have hours of additional content that tells you and show you how the movies were actually made. Behind the scenes, interviews with the actors and actresses, interviews with Peter Jackson, and you also get to see the Veta workshop on how they crafted the armor, the weapons, and everything on set. And honestly, in my opinion, it is one of the best examples on how you can document a film. And if you're into film world building, I think all this additional information and materials that are given in this extended version will really help you, and I think you will enjoy it. Beyond all the technical stuff, right? It's a movie that I purely enjoy. I fell in love with Middle-earth when I first read the books, and then I was lucky because the year that I actually started reading the book, it's the year that The Fellowship of the Ring was actually released in theaters, and I immediately fell in love with the movie because I like medieval stuff, and to actually see Middle-earth brought to life in such a way was just an amazing experience for me. And not only that, all the characters, actors and actresses, they played their roles so well, and it's a movie that I love. It's, if someone comes and asks me what movie that I would watch when I'm free, or I'm on a holiday, this is the movie that I will always go to. We spoke about the characters, the music by Howard Shaw himself, it's just amazing. And even till this day, whenever I'm working, I just switch on the soundtrack of all three movies and I let it play in the background while I'm doing my work or while I'm reading. It's that good. And then the feeling of adventure that I first felt while watching all three movies, it still holds up till this day. And it doesn't feel old despite the advancements in filmmaking, VFX, still holds up till this day. So yeah, out of all the movies I've watched, and I own, this extended version Blu-ray collection of The Lord of the Rings is my all-time favorite, because every time I watch it, I feel like I'm back in Middle-earth again. It's such an amazing experience for me. And honestly, I don't think there are any other trilogies that even come close. So if you haven't watched it, do check it out.